Thinking about moving to Colombia? Thinking about moving or visiting Cartagena, Colombia? This is the video for you. I interview Razor Raze about the possibility of moving or visiting Cartagena. Follow along.
Hey, you watching, man, right now? You're watching dcbornrob on YouTube.
Okay. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. My name is Rob Christian, also known as DC Born Rob, DC Rob, whatever. I answer to them all. I am a travel vlogger for Colombia, but my goal is to get you to travel wherever. I'm just getting back from Mexico last night. So get out, hit the streets. But as much as I vlog on Colombia and Medellin, Colombia, I always get the question, almost on every video that I do for Colombia, what's up with Cartagena? What's up with Cartagena? How's the lockdown then? You know, especially during the lockdown, I had a lot of videos just throwing the news out at you. But I have a guest today who is moving to Cartagena. And if you heard the way I said it, you may even know who he is. I have Razor Raze on the show tonight. Razor Raze, welcome.
Oh, DC Born Rob, it is a pleasure to be here on your show. Man, when you hit me up, I said, of course, I would join your platform and discuss Cartagena, as you just said.
There you go. And I just got to ask Razor Raze for the first time, what's in his cup? I've been watching him drink for a while. What you drinking?
Right now, I'm drinking on some Coors light beers, guys, light beers. You know, I'm a workout guy, so I cannot drink heavy. So I sip on the light stuff. Okay,
I got you. So Razor Raze has a lot of videos about Cartagena. How you doing? Cartagena. You got a lot of videos on Cartagena.
You're doing it right. You're doing it right.
Yeah. So I was gonna, join like this, but my guns ain't that like that. I ain't got it like that. Anyway, but welcome to the show. We're just gonna we're gonna talk a little bit. I'll ask a few questions about Cartagena because again, I always get that question. And I've never been for a couple of different reasons. Number one, I was told it was hot and humid, kind of like Houston. So I'm like, well, why go? And I seen how the people pester you on the street too. So that was another reason. But I'll talk to you about that because my girl's always going, we got to go. We need to go. We may be this fall, actually in a couple of months. And she'll know what I mean when she sees this, but because she brought it up. But so you're moving there. So what made you think about moving? This is not your first time there, guys. He's already been there quite a few times. But let me ask you, why Cartagena?
Well, Cartagena, I chose over the Dominican Republic. My first move was going to be to the DR, North Coast. But as I discovered Colombia and Cartagena, I said, you know what? I love the infrastructure here. The infrastructure, the buildings, the city is clean. The people are beautiful in many ways. We have the food. There's plenty of food choices out in Cartagena. And also there are beaches in Cartagena and I love going to the beach. So, as far as in Colombia specifically, I chose Cartagena especially for the beaches over, let's say, Medellin.
Okay, have you been to any other major cities in Colombia, like Medellin or Cali or?
No, but I've been into Bogota and Medellin, but I haven't really stayed there. But I know enough about them cities because through my travel groups that I discuss with people about them places. They tell me a lot about them places. And also I follow the news in Colombia. So I pretty much know about a Medellin. I know about a Bogota. I know Medellin specifically doesn't have the beaches that I like. So that was pretty much a no-go. Mm-hmm. So Cartagena pretty much was a no-brainer because it has a beach and Medellin doesn't. Now, if Medellin had a beach to go to, so I could get my swimmy on, maybe that would have been an option, but there are other reasons why I didn't choose a Medellin. And as you may know from some of my videos, some of my Medellin robbery videos that I posted, that I believe that Medellin has a higher rate of armed robberies than Cartagena. And really? I said, you know what, coming out of New York, I said, do I really want to deal with being stuck up at an ATM machine? So That's another reason why I chose Cartagena over Medellin for the moment. For the moment,
Mhm.
you know, right now there aren't many robberies in the Cartagena, but who knows? Who knows? Let's just hope that the armed robberies do not pick up in the Cartagena, because right now I love Cartagena the way it is.
Mm-hmm. I got you. Same thing. And I was the same way about Medellin. Never been. And I've had the opportunity to go. Just wasn't feeling it. So I get you want to be around the beach and hey, once you find a place and you like it, I'm personally, I stick with what I like. I mean, I keep going. I mean, because I like it until something goes wrong. I'm gonna switch it up.
Exactly. And you said you was worried about the hot weather in Cartagena. That's a concern. But me, I love the hot weather because I love wearing my tank tops. I can wear my tank top, you know, get my tan, walk around, show off my muscles. So it doesn't bother me at all, actually. So I, especially coming out of New York City, you know, we got months of snow, cold weather, you know, so it is a godsend for me to take that trip out to Cartagena and get some 85, 90 degree weather and just enjoy the tropical life.
Oh, I got you. Trust me. That's one reason I'm not going back to DC. Well, many reasons, but snow, I'm not dealing with it no more. That's not going to happen no more. But okay, so you've been to other cities within Cartagena, though. What other cities are there, and what would you recommend someone who hasn't been or even has been? What's the best sections to go to or stay in?
Oh yes, well there are like small like towns inside Cartagena, and some towns look different than the other towns, which this is the reason why I love Cartagena, because you could go to a Boca Grande and feel like you are inside South Beach, Miami, before the high rises and the beach. And it just like, it's a different world from going to Gethsemane or Gethsemane. Gethsemane looks like a old style European town with, it looks nothing like a Boca Grande. And then you have El Aguito area, which is a little similar to a Boca Grande with high rises and the beach. And then we have the center. We have the center in the walled city, in the clock tower area. And that looks different than, let's say, El Castillo area. And guys, all of these areas are within technically walking distance. You can walk to these areas, but I would recommend, especially for your first few times, to take cabs. And the cab rides are only like $3 American, but you'll pay about 10,000 pesos. Always pay in pesos and not use American dollars out there. Convert your money. So, but if you want to take an Uber, the Uber is about $1, you know, but if you're paying the cash, the pesos, it's about $3 American, which converts it to about 10,000 pesos. So always have 10,000 pesos, and it take you around anywhere. And they all within like 10 minutes of each other, all of these towns inside Cartagena, and they all have their own different personality, you know? So you get the best of different worlds out in Cartagena. It's not just about the clock tower area, which we all know why a lot of people like to go to the clock tower, but you know, you got Club Delirium inside the around the clock tower area. So, but like I said, Boca Grande, that's where I'm going to be moving to, in Boca Grande. I love that area because that area looks like South Beach, Miami. And the thing is, you're getting South Beach, Miami for cheaper cost of living. And that's a key thing too. You know, you're getting cheaper cost of living. You're getting great infrastructure. I was just so like enlightened when I seen the high-rise condos. And I was like, this is Miami. This is Colombia. I heard Colombia was a third world country. Well, obviously not these parts of Cartagena. No, this is first world. This is first world for cheap. For, well, I hate to use the word cheap, but let's just say for lower cost of living. Yeah. Let's just say that. You know, you're getting good quality for lower cost of living.
So, and one reason my girl keeps telling me, we need to go. Something you just mentioned on was the food. How's the food there? Seafood good? Seafood fresh? Straight from there?
Me personally, I love the food out in Cartagena. Now, you'll get some people who say, the food is not that good, but there is so many restaurants, so many choices to eat from. You go to your mom and pop shops and get like a $3 meal. You could go to the more high-end restaurants and get like, you know, the meals be like $9, $10. You know, I'm saying $9 to $10 US, but in conversion into the pesos. I mean, you got KFC, we got McDonald's, we have Burger King. There is so many options out there in Cartagena, you know. So I can't imagine why you wouldn't like the food out there. You'll find it. Now you're not gonna like every single restaurant, of course, but you'll find your restaurant. They have pizza, Italian pizza, like legit Italian pizza, you know. So you would find your specific restaurant that you like. Of course, you're not gonna like every single restaurant, but you'll find it's so many. There is so many. You will find a place that you like the most to eat.
I got you. Yeah, I can't comment too much on the food in Medellin. I've gotten some bad write-ups on what I said about the food, so I'm gonna keep mum on that. But so, is the seafood fresh there? Does it come straight from the ocean?
Well, I don't know if they take the boat out and go fishing for the fish before they cook it. I don't really know that. You know, like, well, let's just say like in Dominican Republic on the North Coast, they bring the fish to you and they let you see the fish. Is it raw? Like they just fished it out of the ocean. But they don't do that in Cartagena from what I've seen. But the fish it tastes good. You know, all you need is a good chef that knows how to season their food. You know, it's not like it's bad fish. I mean, the fish it seems pretty fresh to me now. But like I said, there are so many vendors that sell food on the beaches, sell food in the restaurants that you got to decide for yourself, like decide what your taste buds like. You know, me, I can't, you know, maybe something I like that you might not like, or something you like that I might not like. So, but there's plenty of different food choices out there. Okay. There is no lacking of choices and different styles of food out there in Cartagena.
I got you. So is Boca Grande the safest area to stay, you think?
Okay, here's the deal with Boca Grande. Boca Grande is relatively safe. It's more like, you know, more people that got money, some good money, live in Boca Grande because the prices are raised more. So you're gonna get less of the, let's just say, riffraff of the people that live there trying to like rob you or stick you up. You might get people coming from other areas that may try that. But for the most part, I like Boca Grande. I've never felt threatened in Boca Grande at all. You know, also Gethsemane area is another safe area. It's, you know, wonderful, colorful, very, very safe area. You know, now here and there you might get your sporadic robbery here and there, or somebody trying to snatch your phone or whatever. But in comparison, think about where we are coming from. Well, where I am coming from, out of the Matrix, aka USA, New York City, the shootings, the robberies, the random violence out here in New York City, Cartagena is like a safe haven in comparison to New York City. So that's why I compare it. And this is why I say it's a no-brainer for me to move out to Cartagena to escape this craziness and the lunacy of New York City.
Oh, I got it.
No brainer at all. And you know, another thing I want to tell your listeners and your followers, that if I ever get into a problem inside Cartagena and I go to jail in Cartagena, dcbornrob, you will be the first person I am contacting to get me out of there, because you do a great job with helping guys that get jammed up out in these foreign countries, and I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. I've seen a lot of your stuff, so I know what you did for like the Timothy Reed and the guys that I believe in Ecuador locked up. You try your best, you know, and all you can do is try your best. So you, for sure, Razor Raze will be calling you or anyone else if I get put in handcuffs unjustly inside a Cartagena.
Okay, well, you know what? I had a question a little bit further down, so I'm going to skip to it since you brought that up. I've had two people contact me personally. One contacted me personally that was a viewer, and then another one knew about what I had done for the first one and then called the second one. But what's up at the airport, man? What's up with people getting held up at the airport, at the Cartagena airport? I mean, have you heard of any other instances too?
Yeah, I've seen it. Now, the guy at the airport, he's pretty aggressive. You know, the main guy, one of the main guys.
So you know who it is. I mean, you can put a face to this guy.
I would recognize the guy when I see him. he like when you enter that area, I'm gonna tell your viewers, when you fly into Cartagena, when you enter that area where the customs agents are, they don't want you to be on your cell phone, right? They don't want you to talk loud. And if you do, one of those agents may snap on you. You know, I mean, the other people are friendly. The people behind the booths are friendly. It's just that this guy, for some reason, I've seen him personally go up to a guy and tell him, get off that phone. Get off that phone. And he point back like he was going to send him back. He didn't get off the phone. So very, but it didn't happen on every single trip, because some trips I would be in there inside that area and people were talking loud. I'm like, okay, oh God, this guy is going to flip out. But he didn't. So I was surprised, So it won't happen all the time, but just be aware that they will, if you piss the guy off, they will send you home. They will send you back. And then you might have to, if you really want to go to Cartagena, you would have to fly into another airport, fly into a Medellin, and then fly out of Medellin and fly into Cartagena, so you won't have to pass the customs. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way around it. But I mean, like I said, I've seen that incident, and I've seen that interview with the person you said. I've seen that interview when they said that, but she said that she was sent back. She was sent back. I wonder, did you ever do a follow-up? Did she make it back? Because she said she made it back.
She made it back. I communicated with her afterwards. I haven't had a chance to, man, I've been so busy lately. I haven't had a chance to get her back on. But yes, she was flown back. And for those who have not seen that video or the one before that, did I have her that first time? I think I just had her on the phone. And have her send me pictures and videos, so I knew it was the same room. They will send you back to the United States. When you get in line, first thing, I heard this in your last video too, and because I slipped up and did this over the past weekend. Don't wear jewelry. Number one, don't wear jewelry. I got to Mexico, and when the immigration guy, the first person looked at, I was going, oh man.
Uh-oh.
And I slipped up. Now I got to be worried about, now what I do is just take this off, put it on my ring finger, so it just looks like I'm married, and then keep my hand closed so you don't see you don't see the diamonds. But don't wear jewelry to Colombia, period. And I heard this in your last video. Don't do it. And tell these people, tell everybody who's watching, bro, it don't matter how big you are when they pull out a gun on you.
You know what? I've said it 1,000 times, DC Born Rob. Oh man, it doesn't matter how big you are. It doesn't matter how strong you are. If they got the gun and you don't, they got you. And even sometimes if you have a gun and they got to jump on you, they got you. So why make yourself a target? Why wear the jewelry, the rings, the gold chains? They know you are coming from the US of A, and they know that you more than likely have more money than they do. So why floss it in front of them? You are already a hot commodity. You don't need to wear the extra gold around the neck, and you might as well just say, hey, I'm a target. Come take your gun and come rob me, or come strong arm rob me, because why are you doing this? It just boggles my mind. And they see the updates from us YouTubers reporting on robberies out there in Colombia all over. So why would you wear the jewelry and make yourself an extra target? Because really you're already a target because you're coming from America. You don't need to be wearing that jewelry to make yourself a target even more. Because like I said, I would rob the person that's wearing the jewelry before the person that doesn't have any jewelry, because I know that that's money right there. I get that gold chain, I'm going to go sell that gold chain. Now the person that's not wearing the jewelry, I don't really know how much pesos he have in his pocket. You know what I mean? So I'm going to rob the person that has the sure bet money around his neck. So why would you make yourself a target? It is insanity to me.
But don't you know, every time you go to the airport, you see somebody wearing jewelry. As many videos as I've done, I mean, I go out of my way because I want people to travel, but I want them to travel safely, and I want them to travel safely and get back safely. And now it's a challenge. So, and remember, they've been locked down for a year, and it's been hard times for a lot of people there. When you think it's hard times here in the US, you don't really know what hard times are until you go to a country like Colombia or El Salvador or Honduras or Philippines. When you see the struggle is real for some of these people, man. I'm telling you. So don't make yourself a mark straight off the plane, because they will make a phone call. The first thing I thought of when the guy in Mexico, the immigration officer looked at my ring, I was thinking, He can make a phone call and call somebody. And they'll follow us from the airport. So, and they do watch you. They do watch you because think about it. I mean, this right here could set somebody up for a while. So, I mean, and I got to give it up. I mean, you know, so just don't take it. Just long story short, don't take jewelry. I'm sure Razor Raze agrees with me, as well as any other YouTuber that has been there, that has lived there, is going to tell you the exact same thing. Just don't take it at all. I mean, take something like I've been on recently. I've been shopping for these leather. You want it? Okay, it cost me $2, and well, actually $15, but it's cheap. You can give it up. You can give it up real quick, and plus, it's not shiny. They will take anything shiny. Don't wear a sterling silver spoon around your arm. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. So with that said, too, on safety and all, you told me which areas are safest. Are there some areas where people should not go?
Okay, now there's an area deep inside El Castillo. Well, my gym that I go to is in El Castillo. There's an area inside El Castillo that's a little more, let's say, rough on the edges that I wouldn't pretty much recommend. But you could go to the edge of El Castillo, like when you cross that little bridge, when you walk across the bridge, like normally I walk towards the mall. That area is all right, you know what I mean? But, you know, as you get further into, let's say, the barrio parts, you get a little uptick in like a crime, you know, further out. But I would just say, just don't go to the area if you're not, you know, if you don't really know nobody in that area, really. Me, I've met some people in the area from the gym. So I know the area a bit, but even me, I probably wouldn't really just hang because I wasn't born there. You know, I didn't grow up there. They're not my childhood friends. So you know, some things you just, you know, don't chance, you know what I mean? But I still go to El Castillo, but more like on the border, you know what I mean? The Central and Gethsemane. You know, that's where the mall is at. That's where the gym that I go to inside that mall is. And they got some good restaurants right across the street also in that mall, you know, mom and pop shops that very nice people. Like I said, like even the more dangerous areas, you still have a bunch of nice people inside them areas. Very friendly people mixed in. Now, as I say, in El Castillo, it's still like it's no comparison to the amount of crime you see inside Brooklyn, New York City, Bronx, New York City, Queens, New York City. No comparison.
Absolutely, I agree. Well,
and guys, hey, and one more thing, guys, when you talk about the chain, don't even wear fake jewelry. Don't say, well, it's not real jewelry, I'll give it up. No.
Exactly.
Because they don't know that. They don't know that. And you're going to risk getting shot over fake jewelry. That's even worse.
That's worse.
Even worse.
That's worse. Nothing shiny. How about that? Nothing shiny. No sterling silver. Nothing. Don't wear no copper, no shiny copper. Just don't take anything shiny down there, and you'll be good. And stay. And always, it's best to stay in groups too. You know, you going out somewhere, go with somebody else. And I was going to ask you also, because I did a video with a gentleman, Kevin, about being scoped. He was scoped at the watchtower. And he says he blanked out. And I heard the same from, well, the advice I got from Rob at Sweet Georgia Cafe in Medellin told me, you know, as soon as they say they want to bring a friend over, run. Run. Literally, not joking, run. It's time for you to scoop, for real. If they walk up and they say, oh, my friend, this just happened to Carlton. I don't know if you saw his video a few days ago, or Carlton's travel adventures.
Okay, yeah. He said they attempted. It was an attempt.
Yeah, but he brought back somebody to his apartment, yeah, and almost got. Almost got, like real close to getting got. So be careful. Stay away from that drug. When they start asking, and by stay away from it, how are you going to stay away from it? Stay away from that second friend. Okay, you mind if my friend come over? That's what happened to him. Hey, we want to have a threesome. Come on over. No, as soon as you hear, can my friend come over? And that's what the guy Kevin said that I interviewed. He said he don't remember anything else about the night except waking up in a taxi, you know, in a haze. And that stuff can kill you, guys. That stuff can kill you if they OD. If your tolerance is not the same as somebody else, they may give you more to try to put you under the influence. And in reality, they could have killed you. Everybody's, you know, allergic to something. So, I mean, just be careful when you go. So any tips for first comers or for anybody who wants to move there like yourself? Any tips you can pass on to them?
Of course, yes. One other follow up on the drugging. And guys, I'm telling y'all, you see me drinking this light beer, you know, some girls can rob you without even drugging you if you drink too much alcohol during the night, because the alcohol will knock you out and they have access to all of your valuables if your valuables is not inside the safe. Mm-hmm. And you may wake up thinking you were drugged. No, you just were drunk and you passed out from too many drinks. Mm-hmm. So, and a tip would be to, if you want a date for the night, I would suggest, especially if you're drinking, do not bring the date, do not date for the night on that night. If you have a lovely woman that you like, call her up the next day and date her when you're not tipsy or overly drunk, because some guys would blame it on drugging, but it's their own fault because they probably had too much to drink. And like I said, the alcohol knocked them out anyway and gave the girl easy access to all of the valuables. And also another thing, when you travel out to Cartagena, try to find an Airbnb or a hotel that has security that would take your date's identification card, and that doesn't allow your date to leave that hotel without you escorting her out, because that would be a disaster if you rented a place that had zero security and you fall asleep on your date. You don't know these people like that. You don't know them. You just don't. And for you to trust all your valuables, and also make sure you get confirmation on the Airbnb that you're renting. Make sure they have a safe. You got to have a security guard and a safe. Make sure. Do not go to the cheapest place and say, you know what? Oh, they only charging $25 a night. You know what? But there's no safe. There's no security guard. Do not be cheap. Pay the extra $20-$30 a night. If the place has a security guard and a safe, you will not regret it. You will not regret it. Trust me.
Now, there's one caveat to the safe, though, because from what I understand about the drug, it's almost like a truth serum. So you don't feel all sloppy or drunk or anything, and they just ask you questions. Hey, where's your money? Oh, it's in my back pocket. Hey, it's in the safe. Oh, what's your combination number? Oh, 4329. Because you tell them, and that's how they're able to walk out of hotels right past the people. Hey, smiling. But what you just said, though, is a big one. Anytime you invite somebody over, well, I wouldn't do it anyway, but if you invite somebody over, I guess for the guard to be able to check their identification before they leave, or make sure they don't have any, or make sure you have to take them out.
Make sure you
like the smartest thing. Yeah, exactly. I've never heard that before.
Yes, and just don't invite them at night. I mean, tell them you want to hang out with them the next day. You know you've been drinking. You don't know what she put inside your drink. You may be drugged. Who knows? So do not take anyone to your place of your valuables, not knowing if you've been drugged or not knowing if you're going to pass out on this date of the night. I just will wait till the next day. I mean, it's no rush. Why put yourself into a risk? Not every date you go on is going to be bad, though. Not everyone is looking to steal from you. So I'm not going to, over exaggerate the situation, but it's a possibility that can happen to you. But if you just bring your dates over during the daytime when you're not drinking and you are fully aware of what's going on, that is the best time. I would just keep it at that. We're not going to go into crazy details, but that's the common sense thing to do to stay the safest. Stay the safest, and always watch your drinks. Always watch your drinks. If you have to go to the bathroom, now it might be a little like awkward. You taking your drinks with you to the bathroom, even if you have 2 drinks. I'm grabbing both of those drinks and walking away from my date to the bathroom. Yeah, she's gonna feel a certain way. She's gonna feel like, oh, you don't trust me. Yeah, I kind of don't. So I am gonna take both of my drinks in my hand and walk to the bathroom. And I'm gonna use the bathroom with my drinks in my hand, okay? And then I'm gonna walk back to my date and place my drinks back on the counter in front of her. And she's going to get the point that, yeah, I like you, but I don't trust you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just keep that.
And you should put off that air. If I were you, don't let them know I don't trust you. But anyway, because we're at like 30 minutes right now, and I want to get through a few questions. And YouTube, we start to lose people after a certain period of time, but this is good info for people who want to go. So much appreciated. Make sure you guys go to Razor Raze's channel. I'll make sure there is a link in the description of this video below. Go over, subscribe, like the videos, watch all his videos. I'm telling you, if you're going to Cartagena, he's got a lot of information. I've been watching him for a while now. Check the information out. If you want the source, and that's the reason why I asked him one and no one else from Cartagena, because he does the research and gives you this information. So go over to his channel, click on there, watch some of his videos. You like, subscribe, and you go from there. But do me a favor. I want my viewers who always ask me about, what about Cartagena? What about Cartagena? Especially during lockdown. And it's hard. It was hard to get information from there too. Prompt information anyway. Prompt and accurate, because they change stuff. They change stuff like daily over there, like we change underwear over here. But you are a vlogger. So, how long you been vlogging?
Man, I just started the vlogging during the start of the whole lockdowns and shutdowns. I said, hey, what the heck? I got nothing else to do. I'm bored. So I said, let me just start vlogging. And, as you can see from my poster in the background, my WWE poster, professional wrestling poster, it started out with me just vlogging, just like, just discussing wrestling. Then I said, you know what? This algorithm is really just not working for me. So I said, let me just start some travel news and start giving, because I've been to DR so many times. I said, let me start talking about Dominican Republic and places to live in Dominican Republic, cheap places to live. So this was like about a year ago. So that took off. So I decided to make my channel more of a travel news channel, because I think the algorithm was working for me. And during that time, people was kind of interested in traveling, even though for the lockdowns, people still wanted to travel. I guess people felt stuck inside the matrix, aka USA, and looking for a way out. So it started picking up. The views started picking up. So I started vlogging roughly a year ago now. Time flies. 111 videos I did for free because I wasn't monetized. YouTube makes you go through a lot. YouTube makes you do 100 videos for free, and then they started adding commercials when you're not even monetized yet. So they were still getting paid. They were getting paid off your videos that you were doing for free. But it was okay because if you don't enjoy it, then you're gonna quit. And I enjoyed the doing the videos. So I did not quit because I was just like crazy. I guess you gotta have a certain person. You gotta be just like insane to really go through all that. I mean, I guess, but I did it, and I finally got monetized, and I appreciate all the subscribers and everything. But yeah, as far as vlogging and traveling, that really just started like a year ago. I started out with the traveling news because it was like we couldn't really fly out and travel without all these restrictions and crazy. Mm-hmm. So when I got to Cartagena, though, I said, you know what? Let me show the people some of Cartagena. And it just like it boosted the channel. It really did boost the channel. A lot of people were interested in Cartagena. Like you said, people ask you about Cartagena all the time. It's a lot of interest in Cartagena. And I'm glad that I went because I was supposed to be in DR for like 6 months at the beginning of the year, but they said DR was going into 12 noon curfew for the weekend. I said, oh my God. I had my bags packed. I was like 3 days out from flying out. This is around January. I was bragging, saying, I'm going to Dominican Republic. I'm going to have a great time. Yeah, I stuck here in the Matrix. Then they put that curfew on. It just like, I was like, oh my God, there is no way. Because it was a 12 noon weekend curfew and a 5 p.m. weekday curfew. I said, I was just in a state of depression for the next 24 hours. And I was just like, oh my God, this cannot be happening. This cannot be happening. So I canceled that. And that's when I really started to ramp up the Cartagena stuff, because the Cartagena curfew was at 2 a.m. in the morning, which it is now, 2 a.m. in the morning, 7 days a week. which is fine. I think that's what keeps it kind of safe. Also, there's a lot of cops around to enforce the curfew in Cartagena. So actually, it kind of helps with the safety to have that curfew on because so many cops around to enforce that curfew. So not many people want to be trying to stick you up or snatch your phone and run away on a motor conchos. And so that's when I really say, you know what, Cartagena, I think is going to be a better move than a Dominican Republic because of the infrastructure. The infrastructure is just amazing. I mean, I'm telling you guys, you know, you're getting great infrastructure for a lower cost, guys. You know, I can't explain it. You would have to go for yourself to see it for yourself. Now, I know you mentioned earlier about, you know, you didn't want to go because maybe I call them the beggars. You know, a lot of people call them the beggars. But
my next question for you. That's my next question for you.
Yeah, the BOPC, we call them the hustlers. You know, I don't know if you want to ask me the question for. I mean, I'm not gonna go into it. If you want to ask me.
No. That was my question. Are they that annoying? You can take it from there.
Oh yes, they are. They are annoying, but you come to a point where you just learn to block them out. When guys come up to you and start rapping to you, asking where you are, you know, a guy like me, I got the muscle. They call me Mike Tyson, and then they start doing their whole rhyme bit. Do not let them get far because when they're finished, they're going to ask you for some pesos. So I always cut them off. Those people are the most annoying. They are the most annoying. You're going to get, but remember, this is all inside the center, the walled city around the clock tower area.
Okay.
So they converge in that area. You know what I'm saying? And then we got the people trying to sell you hats and chains, like them colorful chains. They would get annoying because it seemed like they don't really know how to take no for an answer. And I did a video on do not hit the beggars out there in Cartagena because I know that some people have low, let's just say, tolerance for being bugs. You got to have a high tolerance, especially when you're out inside the center part. You got to learn how to just say no and keep walking, even if they keep following you. Do not get too offended. You know, they trying to make some money, you know, but they don't know how to just take no for an answer a lot of times. It seemed like my last trip, they were a little less like annoying though. I think the more times you go, the more you get used to them. They are, but like I said, if you go to certain areas, you will avoid them. Pretty much, it'll drop by like 75%. You know, like say in the Gethsemane area, which I love. Gethsemane, my favorite area. It's way less hustlers over there. It's more of a local area. Although there are tourists that walk around that area because there are a lot of restaurants in the area also. So now you get some of the annoying people to go over there. Yeah, you have a couple of the beggars. Well, let me stop using the word beggar. Let's say hustlers. But it's way less. And they don't seem to harass you as much. Once you say no when they Gethsemane, they leave you alone. So in Gethsemane, I could sit down, have my beer, eat, without really people bothering me on certain blocks because as long as you're on the blocks that's away from the main restaurant areas, you are just fine. You are hanging out with the locals, drinking, eating, very friendly people. I mean, I can't say enough good things about Gethsemane. But yeah, of course. So I guess to enhance your trip, you would have to leave the clock tower area and go to like a Boca Grande, El Aguito area. But guys, Hollywood Beach, right, is inside Boca Grande. I'm going to tell you, some people can be highly annoying on that beach because you have a bunch of women coming up to you minute after minute trying to give you a massage. You know what I mean? It's like you say another one, and then you get like 2 minutes later, another one comes. So basically, the workers that work on the beach, you have to pretty much tell them, look, I'm gonna give you this extra, like say $5. Keep these people away from me because you have ropes around your section. I want peace of mind. Keep these people away from me, and they'll do it. They would like, you know, just escort the people away from like, no, here. He don't want to buy. He don't want to buy this because it's not just people selling. Mm-hmm. You also El Aguito area though. That beach that's next to Boca Grande is way less hustlers on that beach. So you would have way more peace of mind on that beach, and it's right next to each other. So that's something to keep in mind. Then you have the beaches that are near the walled city, near the clock tower. they not as populated. So you could go on that beach and just have a, put a chair down and just, but there's not a lot of vendors there, places to eat. But if you just want a beach day with your family or like you got a friend out there, you could just go on the beach and just not be bothered with the people, with the hustlers, let's just say.
We have a YouTube channel, like it.
Please comment and share if you like the video. Please subscribe and kick the bell.